Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel Trending Signal. I'm Caterina from Italy. I'm starting to enjoy this time in which I record alone, and this is also pretty risky for Brajesh because I will replace him. No, of course I'm joking. Brajesh is still around and we will record another video together pretty soon. But today I want to talk with you guys about one of my favorite topics regarding Indian culture, which is, as you can guess from the title, arranged marriage. Actually, the choice to record this video alone was taken by the both of us because Brajesh told me, hey, you know what, if you want to talk about this, you will talk alone because I don't want to take any responsibilities. So hate only me, not him, because it was my idea and my choice to talk with you about this topic, which I know it's very controversial, and it took me so many months and weeks before deciding to make a video about it because I was very, very scared, and I'm still very scared to talk about it because every time I felt like, oh, I don't want to deal with such a huge topic because I don't want to sound irrespectful and I don't want to sound unrespectful and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And so I put this video on hold and I said, okay, one day I will record about arranged marriage, but not today, not today. So I was starting to put this video on hold for so much long because I never felt comfortable enough to talk about it. And still today, I don't feel comfortable, but I said, you know what, I have to try at least once and I have to deal with this topic, which is huge. And for this reason also, I decided that I asked to Brajesh to record this video alone because when we speak, when we talk, maybe on call and when we record video together, sometimes, you know, the conversation goes in different directions and you can't control that because you are talking with another person. But this time I want to talk about this topic in a very logic order because I want to be sure to speak about every point that for me is important to talk about. And I want to do this work alone because so I'm sure that I will speak about everything I want to speak about. So this is going to be a very, very long video, and so take some coffee, tea, water, whatever you want, and let's roll the intro and let's get ready. So before starting, I want to say a couple of things as disclaimer. The first thing is to mention my sources. So when I started to talk with Brajesh, the first topic that I was most interested in and which I still continues to ask many questions about is arranged marriage. This is my favorite topic at all. I like it so much and I keep asking questions to everyone because I want to know different opinions. I want to discuss every minimum details about arranged marriage because I'm so curious to know everything about this ancient tradition that in this case regards India. So the first disclaimer is that I'm going to talk about arranged marriage practiced in India, and the kind of marriage that I'm going to talk about is between two adults and consensual persons. So I'm not going to talk about child marriage, forced marriage, or any kind of marriage in this way. So this is like my prototype of marriage that I'm going to approach to. So I'm perfectly aware of the fact that even today I don't know all things about arranged marriage because this topic is so huge, and every time that I talk to Brajesh I found out something new, something that I didn't know before. And so please don't be so judgmental with me if my information will not be perfectly accurate and maybe you have different information, different knowledge. For this reason I want to talk with all of you because I need a larger audience. I want to talk about this topic not only with Brajesh but with many other people that comes from a different background than him, And so maybe they can offer me a different view about arranged marriage, because of course I'm always ready to change my mind in every case. So the things that I'm going to say in this video are taken a part of it from Rajesh's side, because I always talk with him about this topic, and also I watched many documentaries, I did so many research, and I tried to picture a complete frame about arranged marriage at the best of my knowledge. And I want to make this video following a chronological order, or at least what for me it's logical order and chronological order, because I want to deal it very clearly. I don't want to be confusing and jump between things, and so I'm going to follow a perfectly scheme. Yeah, and I also made a list about all the things that I want to talk about. So it's going to be so long. Okay, so the second disclaimer that I want to say is this one. This video is made for entertainment purpose, so I don't want to hurt anyone's feeling. As long as you are happy in an arranged marriage, in a love marriage, in a single marriage, I don't care. This is just my opinion for what I know as a foreign regarding Indian arranged marriage. With this video, I don't want to criticize anyone's choice. With this video, I don't want to criticize anyone's choice. Everyone is absolutely free to enjoy his life, to deal with his life as much as he or she likes. So Brajesh, I promise to you I will try not to lose all our subscribers in just one video. And for you guys, just take it in a funny way, just like my opinion, and I'm nobody, so just have fun, okay? Let's get ready for true this time, for real. Let's get ready for real this time, and let's jump into this topic. I'm so thrilled to talk about all these things with you. Finally, I took the courage to talk about it. So I want to start to talk a little bit about marriage in Italy, and you will find out why pretty soon. So in Italy, we have actually two types of marriage. There is according to law marriage, which is maybe compared to an Indian marriage that happened in the courthouse. And then there is a religious marriage. So basically, when we are talking about the according to law marriage, this is something that usually is celebrated by the mayor of the city or other official people. So the mayor basically just take these two persons and he celebrate the wedding. For example, my parents got married in this way, and I think that this is the way that actually put the people more close to what marriage actually is. And you know what it is? It's a contract. So during this kind of marriage celebration, the mayor reads some parts of the marital act, and the marriage is composed by rights and obligations that each part has. So it's basically a contract, and this is like the perfect representation of a contract between two people. The religious marriage is basically made according to that particular religion, no? So we are thinking about Catholic, Muslim, Jewish religion, Hindi religion, so every kind of religion. And then also that kind of marriage, that it is celebrated according to religion rules, it is also registered. So there is an official document that says, oh, you guys are married. And I found out that this is not what happens in India, because in India there is the courthouse marriage, and then there is this Hindi kind of marriage, this traditional marriage that I watched in movie only. And there is no certificate for that. So two people are married, but they are not married because there is no kind of certificate. And so what? They are married, but they are not? It's kind of confusing. How you can prove that you are married? So you can like leave the country and get married with another person, and so what? There is no records, there is nothing, no documents. This is weird. And so Brajesh told me, oh, people take photos. What? People take photos and videos. So that's why there is also a cameraman that never missed a moment of the wedding, because this is the only proof that they have. Wow. I mean, surprising, what I can say. Okay, let's take in it. And this is my first point. So this is like something very different from Italy. For people who doesn't know what arranged marriage is, and maybe they are foreign as me, I will sum up very soon, very quickly for you. Basically, the first step of the arranged marriage is finding a husband. This is also the main purpose. So what happened? Usually people ask to their relatives. They ask their relatives, oh, do you know a guy who is single and who is ready for the marriage, who has the right age for getting married, who he is settled down, means that he has to have a job or a sort of income or whatever. So these relatives like say, oh, you know, I know this guy, he's perfect, he's a very good guy. What does that mean? He is a good guy and he has a good job. Okay, that's for you. So the first question that comes into my mind is that, what do they know? I mean, how these relatives know if you are single, if you are in a relationship, if you are interested in marriage? I mean, they don't know. They just know that there is this distant cousin or this distant person who maybe has an age that who maybe is interested in getting married, but they don't know, and they don't know him. They are not close to him. So how they can know if you are really interested in marriage, if you are maybe in a relationship, if you don't care anything about marriage? They can't know. So they say, oh, he is there, and you're like, oh my god, like, do your business. Why you are saying about me, no? So this is weird. So I mean, why they want to say these things about me? Like, I'm pretending to be like Indian girl. They say, oh, she's single, but what they can know, I'm not going to declare to anyone else. So I don't know. This is kind of weird for me that a distant relative comes and say, oh, you know, he's there. So what happened? Basically, the boy family receives many wedding proposal from girl family. So basically, that is funny because in my mind, no, girl family applies for a husband like you are applying for a job. So you apply for your arranged husband and you present your portfolio, your file and your book. So you present a photo and the guy family analyze this photo that they have about these girls, and they say, oh, you know, I like hair, I like this one. Okay, so this is the first step. And then the boy family goes to visit the girl family and the girl house, and they will see where she grew in, what's her family like, and maybe they can also see the girl and ask some questions to the girl directly. And this comes my first question: what kind of questions you can ask to a girl that your son or your relative is going to get married? I don't know. I mean, you can ask basically anything, but there is no right questions to ask, because you can stay like 3 days only asking questions and you will never know this person, because this person is like, how old is she? She can be 20, 25, around. So she has 20 years of life to tell you, and you will never know about that in just 5 minutes. So this is like a superficial meeting. You're going to say something like, oh, what's your studies, what's your education, and then what? This is all? What's your education, what's your studies? And can you say that you really know that person? So Brajesh told me also that another type of questions that usually boy family ask to girl and to girl family is if she cooks or not. If she cooks well, what kind of dishes she can cook, because she's supposed to cook all the meals and be a housewife. Of course, this doesn't happen in all the cases, but this can be a case. And also they ask, oh, what's your studies? What's your education? And so this is my first doubt. So sometimes this comes my first doubt. So why you spend money and time for getting an education if you're going to be a housewife? I mean, of course, for your knowledge, for your purpose, for your culture, and I can get, but why you want to maybe take a master, a PhD, if you're going to not to work, if your purpose is not to work. And also what surprised me the most is that also sometimes girl's family doesn't want that the girl can work after marriage, and sometimes even boy's family, so in-laws, I mean parents-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, okay, don't want that the girl can work. Also boys' parents don't want that girl can work after marriage. So why you should take an education for that? And then also during this first meeting, they also make some deal regarding the dowry. And this dowry opens a totally new chapter for me. And this is 21st century. India is investing in crypto. Another thing that happened during this first meeting, in which there is the boy family that goes to girl family, is that these two families, they make a deal regarding dowry. Dowry is an amount of money that girl family has to pay to boy family for getting her daughter married. And this is like a huge chapter, because in India dowry is illegal, but of course this happens because they can make a deal regarding dowry, and this happens every time. So basically what happened, the girl has to pay an amount of money for getting married. And this is absolutely ridiculous for me. Dowry, it's something so useless, so offensive for girls. I mean, for me, it's very offensive, because why am I supposed to pay for getting married? This is something I can't understand. I tried so hard to understand, but I can't. Actually, it's something so out of place, so offensive and rude. I will explain why. So first of all, just pretend to be a girl, no? If I pretend to be an Indian girl and my family can't pay so much for my dowry, so what happened? I have to give up on that guy and that marriage. Maybe also the girl likes in photo, because they never met each other. Maybe the girl also likes that boy, so she has just to give up for the money. And so this is very disappointing for the girls, no? Because she have to give up and she has to find someone else just because maybe her family is not so rich. This is very unfair and so sad. And also, how girl family can know if that guy is good for their daughter? Because they think that like marriage life is kind of a recipe. I mean, if the boy has a good income, if the boy comes from a good family, so they are going to be happy. But this is not maths, so this is not like a maths operation. This is not a polynomials. So I mean, there are so many variants, so many factors that can come, and you can't control them. So what happened if maybe these two people are not made for each other? They have very different personalities, and maybe he's violent, because yeah, that happened. So how they can know? They never spoke to their daughter about what's your preference, what do you want, what you're searching for in a husband. And so also the boy family, I mean, have they ever asked to him? Has they ever asked to him, what do you want? What are you searching? They never know. They don't know if maybe the boy, the girl is in a relationship, because this is also a huge chapter. What happened if the boy or the girl is in a relationship just before getting married? No, this can happen. So they don't know, and sometimes these people are also afraid to speak up and to say, you know, I'm in a relationship and I don't want to get married with a stranger. But sometimes they are also scared to speak up for two reasons, because if this boyfriend or girlfriend is from a different caste, so it's not possible, and you have to, I mean, there is no hope that you're going to get married with him or her. And sometimes, even if it's in the same caste, they want to please so much their parents that they just can't say no. They have to say always yes, because if you say that you are in a relationship, they can think bad about you. They can think that you are a bad person. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching this long video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to follow our Instagram page, Trending Signal. See you guys on the next video. Bye.